There is probably nothing more heartwarming this holiday season than to buy a gift for someone you know and love. And there's probably nothing that will lead to a lifetime of credit card debt than using a credit card irresponsibly.
Any virtual reality app on your phone.
Gene Novello, the Executive Vice President of Teachers Credit Union, shares a few do's and don'ts of credit card shopping. What would you say is the #1 mistake that consumers make when shopping with a credit card?
Well, credit cards are one of our most important products that we have here at the credit union. Around the holidays, people get wrapped up in the emotion of gift giving and the fun of shopping and gift giving. And we find that the best way to avoid credit card debt is to know what you can afford to spend. Don't spend any more than what you would spend if you were paying in cash. Purchasing with a credit card can be very convenient. Our members use the credit cards so they don't have to use cash. But sometimes you can fall prey to, it is so convenient and you don't get the bill in the mail for 30 days or 45 days depending on the timing. And so it can come back to haunt you. Should you get into a situation where you've overspent, my rule of thumb is always pay 40 to 50% of the balance so that you can pay it off within 2 to 3.
Are there some credit cards that are better than others, and what should we look for when considering a credit card?
Well, there are those that have rewards, and some of them are travel rewards, some of them are gas rewards, some of them have low interest rates. There's usually a trade-off between the rewards and the interest rates. Some of the cards offer 0% for 12 months, that type of thing. I don't necessarily suggest that because it does get you into some bad borrowing habits. It's still debt that you have to pay back out of your monthly earnings. Sometimes the rewards cards are better for people because it allows them to accumulate little bonuses for themselves that they get to pay themselves back at certain times, such as with travel or with free gas, things like that. I actually suggest the rewards cards because the 0% interest cards, the low interest rate cards, can get you into some bad borrowing habits.
What advice do you have for your customers when they're trying to pay off their debt?
My suggestion is if they can't pay the whole balance, pay at least 40 to 50% of the balance. That way it will only take you 2 to 3 months to pay off the Christmas balance, the holiday season balance. The longer you go, obviously, the more interest you pay. And if it's unrealistic to pay it all at once, if you pay at least 40%, you're paying the interest plus at least a third of the balance. And so that's kind of a rule of thumb that we like to say.
And for all of you last-minute shoppers, here's the last piece of advice when shopping with a credit card.
Well, I would say that just be careful not to impulse buy. My biggest thing is that know what you're out there for and stay within your means.